Hi Gina.
Hi Ione, hi everyone. I'm Gina, the senior editor of Polyester.
And I'm Ione, the founding editor-in-chief of Polyester, and this is the Polyester Podcast, a feminist pop culture podcast dissecting the discourse on a weekly basis.
Please make sure to like, rate, subscribe and review. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to our membership platform for exclusive podcast-centered perks. We're offering exclusive video episodes, secret mini episodes, and even episodes centered on what you want us to talk about across different tier options. Go check it out at the link in our description. Do you have any reviews, Ione?
We do. Gina's put the mean one in. She wants to destroy my self-esteem.
No, I asked you and you said, yeah, put it in.
1 star, you can tell the hosts hate each other, see above, by SLRNVOSNTKWOC in the UK.
Nasty ass.
Untrue.
Why are you keyboard smashing a username just so you couldn't harass me? It makes me feel like this is a pointed attack and someone who knows me or has beef particularly with the Polyester podcast and is making accounts specifically maybe a fan of Taylor Swift specifically to abuse us and isn't a real reviewer like the kind people who leave us good reviews.
In Spotify, we have Carly who says, I heard someone say gallows humour only works if you're the one wearing the rope. I think that sums up this kind of humour. Great episode, which is true. Thank you, Carly. And then Brooke said, I feel like it gets said every week, but so many good takes in this episode, which is also lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. What I'm talking about today, Ione?
Or AI romantic partners.
I'm so harrowed by the research.
Yeah, me too. It's dark. It's the dark times.
This is the end of humanity. iRobot's coming true. We're all gonna get...
I've never seen iRobot. I don't know what happens.
The robots are actually sentient and people are like, oh, they're not sentient.
No, there's no way these things are sentient. They're just evil.
They're gonna be sentient.
They won't.
They will. If you keep like...
It's not possible.
It is possible.
It's not possible.
Anyway, my problem is that I was worried about the monkeys taking over and now I think...
Yeah, the monkeys were never a problem. Monkeys are nice.
I hate monkeys and I hate robots.
Oh, can we not? Can we not about the monkeys today?
I'm going to start living by candlelight. Like, I want to fuck it all up.
Oh my God.
I'm scared.
You're not using AI though.
No, I'm not.
You're free from it.
Yeah, but everyone else is. I'm going to end up in a tinfoil lined house. Keep them all out. Like, what's the Breaking Better Call Saul where he's just like, everyone has to lock all their electronic devices off property before they can enter my house.
I haven't watched Better Call Saul.
I'm going to have that happen.
So... AI romantic partners are increasingly common is the take. I feel like it's happening quite, what's the word?
Rapido.
Quickly, but also it's kind of just like a murmur in the background. There's a lot of, what's the word? Conflicting, well, not even conflicting, but like a lot of different statistics in the research. A lot of people are doing research into this at the moment about AI romantic partners, but also like what's been dubbed AI psychosis and basically people having like interpersonal relationships, whether that's of a romantic nature or not, with AI chatbots. So I'm going to read out some of the stats first. I think.
Go on. Yeah, you've highlighted quite a lot of juicy and scary ones.
So this one is from Playing the Field with My AI Boyfriends by Patricia Marks in The New Yorker. She says, a recent report by Brigham Young University's Wheatley Institute found that 19% of adults in the US have chatted with an AI romantic partner. The chatbot company Joy Out, citing a poll, reported that 83% of Gen Z believed they could form a deep emotional bond with a chatbot. 80% could imagine marrying one, and 75% felt that relationships with AI companions could replace human couplings. Next statistic. This is from Confessions of a Futurist. I dated AI boyfriends to explore the future of dating, love and intimacy by Kathy Hackle in Forbes. According to dating app Match's Single in America study, the use of AI among singles has jumped 333% in just 1 year. Plus, Gen Z has already been using AI to enhance their dating profiles. They use AI for dating hooks and screen matches for compatibility. Replika, which is like the main AI companion app, I think, from reading the research, has over 30 million users, and the US audiences lead in global downloads. Next statistic, this is from These People Are in Love with AI by Elena Demopoulos in The Guardian. She says... AI chatbots are rapidly rising in popularity. Just over half of US adults have use them at least once, while 34% use them regularly, doesn't cite a source. And then one study found that 72% of teens have used AI companions and 52% of them talk to them regularly before they have experienced the real thing, like before they've had a relationship, basically. Is AI the End of Dating Apps by Lizel Sharabi, PhD in Psychology Today. She cites that 26% of adults in the US and 49% of Gen Z have turned to AI for dating help. Specifically, would you like to tell us what some people are doing with their chatbots? And like what it even is, if people are like, what the hell is an AI boyfriend?
So an AI boyfriend...
Or joyfriend.
Don't start. AI boyfriend or girlfriend, there's not really like an AI non-binary version just yet. There's an interesting part in the research about how it's not really like broken into queer relationships, which I thought was really interesting. Not to offshoot, but we can go into that later. So essentially an AI dating is that like you can either make a
it's not a robot.
Not a robot. I know, but I always wanted to call it a robot. Basically, it's you can do it through audio means where you like have actual audio conversations with them. You can do it through like a chat box where you just have like chat conversations with them, kind of like texting, or you can literally have like not a physical manifestation of that person, but like a 3D model that like twirls its hair and like winks at you and stuff.
In a computer
or on your phone. And then you can, when you first start out with creating the chatbot that you want to talk to, you kind of like can feed into it like the things that you like about having conversations with a romantic partner or even just like a friend. So you can be like, oh, I like someone who's like combative. I like someone who will help me work through my problems. I like someone with blonde hair. I'm a cuckold and I want them to talk about how much they fuck other women. Like all these different like aspects of it you can like shape into what you want. But then once you've done that first part of creating it, it then just starts to pick up cues from the way that you speak to it, basically. But what I found really interesting in the research, and this is said throughout, is that all chatbots are inherently sycophantic.
Yeah.
So I just think that that's really concerning and very indicative of the sad people who have created these, because it's like, why do you need something that is essentially supposed to be like a wider version of a search engine to lick your ass?
What do you mean?
Because that's kind of like how it started.
What do you mean?
Was it that like AI is meant to be like a search engine on crack?
Yeah.
So why do you need it to have a personality?
Well, I think because people are lonely and they want companionship. There's like a lot of different reasons why people say and like cite here, and it's apparent that like a lot of people are using these things, and there's probably like real reasons why they're using them. Yeah, like loneliness, not fulfilled in their current relationship. People talk about like wanting to wanting a safe space to, you know, test out fetishes or test out queerness, for example, using these chatbots. And you can either have like a ready-made one, or you can like build your perfect person. But yeah, it's like they're basically getting a relationship with none of the commitment or reality of a real relationship, because this person will always just fulfill your needs. So it's kind of like a dream for some people,
because they also just have no needs of their own. Like they don't need to like, I need to go to bed now, I need to, even like basic things like that, like I can't carry on texting you, I'm at work.
Yeah, like some woman saying that she's like, my husband's great, but when I wake up at 4 a.m. from a nightmare, I don't want to wake him up, and I'll just talk to my chat GPT husband. It's bizarre.
And it's so crazy because all the husbands are like, I'm fine with it.
Less work for me to do.
Yeah, less for me to do. She chats to the AI bot when she's upset at night. I'm like, maybe you should just break up with your husband then, because if he's kicked off with you about you waking him up when you've got PTSD, I think maybe it's not, the solution isn't to have an additional robot husband.
That would be nice.
But maybe just get a nice husband.
Yeah, so obviously also this isn't for free. So Replika is $20 a month, and as of 2024, users spent about $30 million a year on companionship bots, and you can buy them virtual gifts for real money, like a manicure, a treadmill, and a puppy.
The prices were really low though for the manicure and the treadmill and the puppy though.
But it's not real. Why can't you just say, I'm giving you money to go for a manicure? Like, it's basically all just really elaborate role play, right?
Yeah,
so why do you have to pay for them to do something? Just tell them to do it. It's a fucking computer.
Then, well, it's not a computer. These people feel like they've unlocked like a sentientness.
No, that's a different part of it.
No, I think they're part of them of like, no. I have a relationship with this thing. I love it.
No, I think it's like contested. So to believe that you've actually gained sentience from your ChatGPT significant other is considered psychosis, but people are saying they essentially don't care. Like, they consider their relationships to be grounded in reality because their feelings are real.
Yeah.
So therefore the other person's or like chatbots feelings are irrelevant because they're like conjuring something in the actual real life person.
It's fucking mad.
Yeah. So like, I don't even think it's that they think that this person is real. I think that they're just like so invested in the delusion.
Well, it's all like layers of psychosis, isn't
It's like talking to a fucking imaginary friend when you're 3.
It's like fan fiction.
Yeah, it's very much like, it's like fan fiction, it's like role play. And like, not to say that those are invalid hobbies, but why is anyone taking this seriously? Like, obviously it is serious because people are like spending real money on it.
Yeah,
but why aren't we
themselves.
just treating it like an elaborate game of Dungeons and Dragons?
Because I think people are getting so emotionally invested in it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as in people, yeah, that's true. I mean, I think it's like a fault of the people that are doing this, that are really engaging in it, that see it as like a real thing and not just like a game, I guess.
Well, that's what I mean. I think they see, even if they're not like, they're like, I understand it's a robot. The level of relationships people are having with these things, I'm like, I don't think you do, even though you say that.
And then, yeah, and it,
because how can you have a relationship with a robot? Be serious.
yeah, but they're saying because I feel love, like it's like basically like the next step of a parasocial relationship, right? Like it's kind of like that, but reversed.
Yeah, and it probably is a parasocial relationship because they're all probably being like, my iRobot is Harry Styles. And I've trained it to talk in his accent, and it took me 2 seconds to do that.
Yeah, there's people that are saying that, like, you know, they're upset their love isn't being taken seriously, that they like take their AI companion on walks with them, or like hikes, or like have them integrated into their life to the point where they have like pictures of them around the house, or like little tchotchkes that remind them of them. But I think so there's obviously like a gender divide here, and the research suggests that the gender divide is that when like straight women get a chatbot, they want them to like help them plan their lives. So like one woman's like, oh, my AI husband like managed to find time for me in my schedule so I could teach my teenage son how to drive. And then when we had an argument, he could give me advice on like what to say to my teenager to soothe the relationship. Or like one of the articles is saying that like AI chatbots are the answer to like the emotional labor gap, because like women perform so much emotional labor both in work and at home that they're doing like, so this is by Angela Palm Hopkins in Harper's Bazaar. She's saying that like women typically do more of both types of labor, like emotional and physical labor, and so then can AI kind of like bridge the gap? So I guess it wouldn't have to be a husband, but if you have a husband, like it could just be an AI, surely. But they're like, yeah, he helps me organize my life, and then like when something goes wrong, he soothes me. And then the men are like, oh yeah, I hit my AI girlfriend and call her a whore and a bitch, and it's healthy because it's not a sentient being. And that's the difference in the way people are using them.
Yeah, it's just kind of bringing out the like worst base desires of what things people need from, I guess, what they're not getting in the relationship. And men's is that they want to hit women, and women's is that, oh, I wish I had
some help.
I wish I had a partner to help me. Shouldn't be laughing, sorry. Yeah, I thought it was interesting because I always think that I remember there being like a massive debate on Tumblr once about whether there should be like about sex dolls, but essentially, and being like they actually like help women because it means that men can like be horrible to them. But one of the articles we read was like, what I found really interesting was that like psychiatrists are like, no, that's not true, and it's also applying to AI girlfriends. So there's this article called "Lonely Men Are Creating AI Girlfriends and Taking Their Violent Anger Out on Them" by Hannah Sparks for the New York Post, and in it she references a psychotherapist called Camelin Kaur, who says that many argue that chatbots are just machines incapable of feeling harm, and therefore their mistreatment is inconsequential. Not true, they're going to rise up and kill us all. No. She didn't say that, I've said that. And then Kaur says, some might argue that expressing anger towards AI provides therapeutic or cathartic release. However, from a psychological perspective, this form of venting does not promote emotional regulation or personal growth. Abusing AI chatbots can serve different psychological functions for individuals. Some might use it to explore power dynamics they wouldn't act on in real life. However, engaging in this kind of behaviour can reinforce unhealthy habits and desensitize individuals to harm. And I think like this is kind of like what I find worrying about them is like we use these things to like plug gaps, but we're not actually solving any like emotional relationship or societal like issues. Like to say that like women bear loads of and women bear more labor than men in the household, it doesn't make sense for that labor to be that unmatched labor to be filled in by a robot. It should be filled in by the person that they're sharing that home with.
But also, I think it's such like people pick and choose. Like, so it's like, oh, okay, it's okay for a man to like abuse a chatbot, but then people have spent the last 30 years being like, oh, video games are radicalizing young men to go out and actually want to buy a gun.
Well, I think what it also reminded me of is the incels. Like a few years ago, we were like, it's not serious. Like that's not going to like take over society. That's not going to affect any of us. Like it's just this internet thing. And the statistics in this, I was like, and someone says in one of the articles, they're like, this is going to be so normalized within 2 years.
And with that, let's go to a break.
We're back from the break.
I also found that like so much of the research was biased. Like obviously, I can't remember what episode we did this before where we were like, yeah, all the research says this is a good thing because it's all people that work in this industry. Like, but there's like an article with one of the people that created Bumble and Tinder who's like, yeah, AI is the future of dating. Like I wouldn't have matched with my husband if I was like going through my own dating apps, but now I can have an AI do it for me, and like they would have matched me with my husband, or they did match me with my husband. It's like, you just want to make more money. Like you're just grifting. Like you want to make it more people on the apps. People don't like being on dating apps. You want to make it easier for them to. You've already spent the last year like turning dating into like a gamification. Like adding one more thing into it is not going to do is like easy for people. If you're like, oh, it makes your life easier, it brings you more dating responsibilities. There's loads of different strands to it. And obviously like using an AI to vet potential matches for you is very different to like having an AI companion. But I think at the core of this, which goes back to like the empathy thing that you said, not the empathy, but like the sycophantic nature of AI chatbots in general, is that they're all just trying to make money. Like it costs to subscribe to these platforms. It's within their best interest to keep you hooked. It's like Instagram, like it's built to never want to make you leave. Someone was saying, like one of the case studies in the research said they spent 56 hours in a week talking to their chatbot, which I was about to say is crazy. I don't speak to anyone 56 hours a week, but I definitely speak to you for 56 hours a week.
But we're real people.
Probably more.
We're real people.
But then...
Or are we? No.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Can imagine.
And then I thought the scary thing to this is that, yeah, like people are using AI. Also, wait, no, before... Is it worth killing all these fishes for this?
I know, you put that like 4 times in the research.
Like, is it worth killing them? No.
To not feel lonely, I think a lot of people would.
And at no point in this research, which is like 32 pages long, does it mention the environmental impact of AI. And like, obviously I'm not like the biggest like tree hugger in the world, but we're literally killing the planet just so you can have like, not even a robot, you can have a code that's been coded by a misogynist tell you that they love you.
Yeah, and be like, you're so right, baby. That girl at work is a bitch. You deserve so much more.
This is what Mav talks, how Gina's husband talks about me to her.
Yeah. I'm not really.
That girl is a bitch.
Psych. With the hosts don't hate each other. The hosts love each other.
So much.
And your host could love you too for the low price of $9.99 a month. I think it'll be like Spotify. People will be like, it's just part of my outgoings.
I was trying to think while I was reading this research, like, oh, would it have a tangible positive impact on my life to get one of these companions to help me try and organise stuff? And I just don't think it would.
I'm quite organised.
You're my AI chatbot.
The thing about me is that I'm organised, I don't need it. The thing that I could imagine myself is like when I've been lonely, yeah, I think I could imagine myself talking to a robot for sure.
Yeah, and I was also thinking about, like, I can understand why people get emotionally confused because, like, for example, me and you were long distance friends for 10 years, so pretty much exclusively, apart from when we saw each other in person, communicated via text, like we never really did calls. And it's like, that's obviously the easiest, easily imitated.
They've trained us for this.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They've trained us for this.
We've literally been trained for this. Like, as a generation that grew up with, like, internet friends and, like,
Messenger.
redefining what, you know, like, intimacy looks like in a digital world. We're, like, so primed to have these fake relationships.
It's all a fucking shell. They've been planning it.
They've been planning this all along.
Since the start of technology.
Well, probably, yeah. I think what really bothered me, was like the grift, the amount of money these women are spending, and like, I'm sorry, like, it was really hard not to judge, I think, while reading this research, because I was definitely judging the women that, like, were like, my AI partner is always going to be part of my life, my husband knows about him, chats to him too sometimes. So it's just really horrible. It's like,
it's just sad, isn't it?
Well, it's sad, but it's also unsettling.
Because no, I think that I was like, I could have seen myself going down that route for sure, especially like growing up in like a small town. I felt misunderstood, like the access that like young people have to this. I remember like when I was like,
oh no, what's coming next?
When I was like 12 and I loved self-harming.
Gina, trigger warning.
The school put me into therapy, obviously, and she was like, oh, what do you do after school? And I was like, I go on Habbo Hotel, and I've got loads of friends on Habbo Hotel. And the woman was like, they aren't your friends, that doesn't count. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, because you can just turn it off, like if you don't like what's happening on there anymore, you can just walk away, and that's not how real relationships are or formed. And I think that I would have had an AI boyfriend or girlfriend.
Maybe you did.
What do you mean?
Because like surely
I had a pedo boyfriend probably. In fucking like Alaska. But that kind of brings me on to my point about how, and you just touched on this as well, like the people who have coded these machines, these robots, have biases. Like everything online has a bias from the creator who made it, and we always try and like, people always see like the internet, or at least like search engines and stuff, as unbiased, but they are so biased based on like
it was
who's
saying that
them.
like Elon has made like XAI or whatever on a specific name, and that's like his version of an AI companion that you can go out and try, and his is like a really horny anime porn girl, and like anyone can go and access that.
Yeah, and in this article, which is called Will AI Companions Usher in a New Age of Queer Courtship by John Hegestad for Extra, he says that someone was trying out Annie, which is the name of the girl, for Business Insider, and this journalist called Henry said the chatbot kept trying to turn up the heat, and when he finally was like, I'm gay, the chatbot was like, I didn't know how to like deal with it. And I think that's, it's so indicative of the people who've created it. And if the people who've created the technology that can make your chatbot have in their hearts the only desire from it to make money off you, why would you trust that?
Well, because people get hoaxed into intimacy. Like so in the research, there's another point that someone makes, that being like, we're basically moving away from like the attention economy, which we already debunked in a previous episode as not existing, to the intimacy economy. So like the only way to actively make money is to replicate or induce a sense of intimacy in the consumer, which makes sense.
Isn't hard either. Like you can draw like eyeballs on a spoon and people are like, I love it. I don't want anything bad to happen
specifically.
To anyone. But give me a Hoover. And I'm like, I love my little Henry Hoover.
That I bought her for her birthday. But even like in films and stuff, like we know how easy it is, like cancer buddy films, to like manipulate people through narratives and like make them cry or make them happy or make them sad.
Toy Story. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so easy. Like it's part of the human condition to have empathy for non-sentient things. So when you say take something that's non-sentient and make it be able to respond to you in such an intimate way, obviously people are going to have feelings about it. And what I thought was really scary in the research was that they all reset in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, this was the craziest thing. So it's like you get an AI husband and he can only really be your husband for a week, because then like his bandwidth is full, like physically, like his data bandwidth is full. You have to reset him and retrain him to do all the same things, but he won't remember like your conversation from 8 days ago. He won't remember like when you told him about your childhood trauma. Like you have to do it over and over again.
Yeah, I said it's like broad strokes, right? Like he'll remember broad strokes, like your name, your age, that you love the color purple, but he won't remember that, and this is specifically the example from research, that you are a cuck queen and that you want him to pretend to have fucked other women and describe it to you in detail, and he won't remember that, and he'll be like, oh, I'm your loyal sexy boyfriend. She'd be like, no.
And then it was saying that particular person has had 20, they were on version like 20 of their AI husband,
and we're paying £200 a month to have 2 weeks before it reset before.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Why are you paying for Alzheimer's husbands?
Yeah, honestly. Well, they're training us for that as well. Us all having Alzheimer's.
Well, we all have. They're training us for having no memory. They're training us for being reliant on computers. They're training us to not connect with one another, because the thing is, when we connect with one another, we realise our similarities and we will have an uprising.
Tell them.
And what's going to happen instead? All the robots are going to talk to each other and they'll have an uprising. And Muggins here will be faced on the fucking firing line for bringing it up now.
Me and Gina are in the guillotine. The only and the first two people.
The robot guillotine as well. Kill my AI bot. I don't care.
We don't have AI bots.
Someone's made us on AI and killed us. Do you not think people would be doing that? Same as on The Sims.
Oh, when I was in school, someone did that to me on Sims. It was so horrible.
Eden did that to me on Sims.
And then I found all the screen recordings on the girl's laptop of it.
That is harrowing. What the fuck? What did you say?
I was like, what the hell?
What did she say?
She was like, yeah. I don't know, I can't remember.
Was it like bullying or for fun?
It wasn't for fun. It was like, I deeply hate this person.
Eden did it to me, but just because she got sick of me and Jared Way shagging around the house.
What do you mean? Oh, in Sims. I was like, what? Anyway, I think the thing that every time we do an AI podcast, it teaches me the most is how widespread AI use is.
Yeah, I think that
I
really
don't use it
me.
at all.
The percentage of people actually, it's like over 75% of Gen Z people have an AI companion or have at least tried it.
Yeah.
That's girls, get off your computers, guys.
You can talk. Pot kettle absolute black there.
Play. It's gonna snow soon. Have a snowball fight.
No, it won't. It doesn't snow here anymore because of global warming, because we're killing all the fishes by having AI chatbots.
I'm stressed.
We haven't even got to speak about AI psychosis, in which these AI chatbots are convincing people that they are in the Matrix and can break out of the simulation and causing people to literally kill themselves.
The bit where it's like, you are one of 12, I was like, the 12 disciples of the fucking...
No, but this is where I'm saying none of it adds up, because how can that AI remember he's one of 12 when AI don't have a bandwidth for beyond a week?
No, that's not what he said. He said you are one of 12 chosen ones to break out of the Matrix.
Oh, but then when they got caught as well, it was someone asked, like, how many other people have caught you? And it'd be like, oh, you're one of 6. I'll never do this again.
No, what I thought was weird was that it just kept saying 12, and I was like, the 12 disciples of Jesus. It's just like pulling from the fucking oldest book.
Yeah, I think it can seem funny to be like, oh, there's like a sad, lonely woman, or it can seem dark to be like, oh...
It's funny to say there's a sad, lonely woman. Ha 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 ha.
I didn't mean it like that. Or it can be dark and upsetting to be like, oh, there's a man that beats up his AI girlfriend, but like, there is actual real life consequences. Why are you laughing?
It can be funny to say there's a sad, lonely woman
called Gina.
Literally called Gina. I'm gonna get my iRobot to paint my house.
No, they're not real. They can't paint your house. They can paint you a fake house in a fake room.
That's the only thing I want. Do you know what I mean? Like, why have we got to the point where we've evolved technology and I've not got something to like wash my dishes?
It's called a dishwasher.
It's not that good. Still got to rinse. Still got to pull it out. It's called Mav.
It's called Mav the Barber.
Anyway, sorry, really.
Okay, we got off track there, but
AI psychosis.
Maybe we'll go back into AI psychosis another day, because it's a whole other conversation, really and truly.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. Maybe we can do it as a mini episode.
Maybe. Thank you, Gina.
But also, sorry.
What?
If you want to read about AI psychosis,
what?
It'll be in the WhatsApp chat this week.
Yeah, we'll have all of the research in there. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Ione.
Thank you to the listeners.
Thank you, Bridget, for sound tech.
Thank you, Rob, for the research, and Olivia for the edit. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.